Hi there, welcome to this week's Pick a Card reading, which is yes or no, ask any question. And this reading is timeless, so anytime you should happen upon this reading, it will be relevant to you. I am Seqkat, by the way, from Enlightenment.com, and I'm glad and thankful to have you here with me. So go ahead now and take a moment and look down at the cards. We have 3 spirit cats here. Spirit cat 1 and 2 and 3. And tune into the one that you think is kind of tugging at you or nudging or whispering at you. You can take 3 deep belly breaths, aligning your ego back to your higher self to help tune in if you would like. You can definitely utilize any of your particular methods that work for you. You might find that your eyes keep landing upon a particular one, and you might check that by looking away and looking back and see if it falls there again. And if by chance you land on one and you feel like it's not relevant to you, try again. Sometimes we do mess up, and that's okay. And you'll find the other one's relevant and go, oh, there you are. It's okay. I've done it myself when I do pick a card, when I watch pick a cards. And by all means, if you need more time than I'm affording you here, feel free to pause the video. And once you've chosen your spirit cat, you can either scroll down to the bottom and you'll see the chapters matching your spirit cat 1, 2, or 3, or you can find the timestamps matching those spirit cats as well in the description box below. Alrighty, I will meet you at your spirit cat. Okay, welcome. If you chose spirit cat number 1 for this week's pick a card reading, yes or no, ask any question, and it is timeless. Keep that in mind. So for you, you got 2 spirit cats for your theme card. So we'll start with the first one. Your first one is called Mystery. Meet Esmeralda. She is the sweet unknown and the allure of endless mystery. There are things that are impossible for our human minds to fully comprehend. The future is often obscured from our view, yet we still must make decisions without knowing the ultimate outcome. Oh, you read a perfect reading, aren't you? Yes or no? The mystery can feel dazzling and full of possibilities, or it can feel ominous and freeze us in our tracks. Esmeralda beckons us to make peace with the mystery. Let the great unknown sit beside you as you wash the dishes and fall in love and write your story and live your strange and winding life. Okay, so for this one, I'm getting some impressions with this one already. Okay, let me cover this. This is a general reading. Keep this in mind. This is very important. This is a general reading. I do have this tuned to all of you that you're going to turn into here, so how it will relate to your particular relative story. So you have to listen out to what is in alignment with you. So I just wanted to make that clear. And if you do want personal readings, I do offer them, and you can find the links to those in the description box below. But coming back to your general reading, the impression I'm getting with this is some of you are in a little bit of dark, and at this moment, you might be asking for yes or no. They can't quite give you a hard yes or a hard no. So stick with this reading because you're going to get some information. And I think you might get some information as to why you can't know yes or no. And this is a reminder because the future is often, we'll go back to this part. The future is often obscured from our view. Yet we still must make decisions without knowing the ultimate outcome. The mystery can feel dazzling and full of possibilities. When we are there, that's our higher self. Knowing we are here, Source is in its avatar, playing a game, and it's exploring and adventuring life. Or it can feel ominous and freeze us in our tracks. That's when our ego is freaking out and it's a little too engaged in the thick of the woods in the story and forgetting it's a spirit playing this avatar, coming here to have fun, and it's got too entrenched in the story, and the story is ominous and scary. So that's kind of playing a role there. So let's see what you got for your second theme card to help you out here. All right, your second theme card, and it really goes well with this, called Patience. Meet Snug Buff. She transmutes our restless urgency, and are we there yet? Complaints, into an appreciation of what is right now. Let go of everything that will come after this moment and have faith that you are exactly where you need to be. Yeah, this fits perfectly with this other card. It's amazing how these things do this. It's just amazing. Draw a circle around the present moment and relax into it with Snuggle Puff curled up on your lap. Sometimes we believe we need to be at our destination right now, but there is so much to be learned and discovered right here where we are. Let's be patient with ourselves, our loved ones, and the world around us. There is time. So yeah, this is very fitting. This is going back. So what I'm getting, for those of you that are tuned into this card, you are in a bit of place of mystery. You are wanting a fast, hard yes, hard no. They can't give you that right now. And they're inviting you to breathe and truly relax into the moment. Relax into who you really are. And that is your higher self. That is the spiritual being. Soothe that ego. What can you do to enjoy this moment of now? And don't let this moment of now be robbed with future fears. If I make this decision, this bad thing's going to happen. If I make that decision, that bad thing's going to happen. With dread. Trust, surrender to your higher self. Ask for their guidance. Surrender to your angels. Ask for your guidance of what is in your highest alignment and good. And just breathe and relax and let them do the work for you. Ask them to interfere for you. Because when you ask, this frees them. It makes it so much easier to cross over your free will. Because our ego, we have free will. Source is always wanting to give us flow. It's always wanting to give us our desires, and it's always offering us that. But we have free will. That's our destiny. But we have free will to thwart our destiny. And the one that usually does it is the ego. Because the ego's in fear. It's like, and nope, I don't want that because it doesn't look good and I don't trust that. Or it looks similar to something I've had before that blew up in my face. I don't want nothing to do with that. The ego's the one that impedes it with the fears. So let's soothe our ego and try our best to breathe and relax into who we really are and enjoy your moment. Your answers will come at the perfect timing. So yeah, this is amazing how this card really worked on each other. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pull up your first row. And we're getting started here. Yeah, and then after your first row, I will then clarify. Well, I'll pull up your entire row for the moment, and then I will read this one. Oh yeah, they're jumping all out. They're ready for you. They're ready to talk to you. All right, let's see if we can get one more. Oh, there we go. We got two. That's good. All right. 3. That's okay. Okay, so yeah, I can see why some of you are having a little bit of trouble relaxing right now. Okay. All right, some of us are in alignment with some peoples, and we're team working on something and that's going well. Some of us, however, have had fears, worries, concerns that have come into a relative reality, and we're struggling with that. And we're having some struggles with that, which might be leading you to what can you do to absolve this, yes or no. And this is where the mystery is before you, and we don't like this moment. And this may have involved some type of interactions with some that you maybe you gave charity to them and they're abusing it, or maybe they offered you charity and they're like holding that over your head. You know, I'll scratch your back if you scratch mine, something, that type of thing. It could have been someone, oh yeah, I'll help you out, I'll do this, but they had their own ulterior motive. So I don't know what you're going through here, but it may, being it followed that card, it could have happened that way. And that's how it's working out. This might be where some of your nightmares. I will be clarifying too, because there are many of you here, so it's going to affect some of you this way and some of you not. Yeah, and okay, so we're not being who we are, and this is why we are experiencing our fears. Because when the ego is so focused on its fears, it's creating its fears and bringing its fears into reality. That is ego. You're not being who you really are. Who you really are is the abundant spirit that can create the life of flow and joy and love. That's who you really are. The ego is filled with fear, so that's not being who you really are. So you're being invited to do that. We do have some harmony here. It looks like with the Lovers card, so some type of partnership is some type of harmony. That may be going back to this one where we're aligned with some teammates, or maybe aligned on a goal here. This could be truly lovers, or maybe even business partnership. So we got a partnership that is working, or maybe you're like on a project in a partnership or something. Even band is coming to me. That one's unusual for me, so there may be something out there that fits. That is looking good. Also, I will throw in, for some of you, this card could just totally be thrown in to say Gemini, because this does reflect Gemini, so if that's relative to you. Now, we do have the Tower card coming here. So yeah, I'm seeing that's going to go back here and maybe even possibly here. And that's always famous when we're listening. When we're not being who we are, always famous. This is when your guides come in and knock it out. They give us little spiritual nudges. Hey, your ego's taking you on this road, and that road's not going to be fun. It's dark and scary. It thinks it's better, but it's dark and scary. You need to be coming back over here, and we don't like to listen to it because the ego's scared. So our guides come in and kind of help us knock things out that are impeding us. And when it's reversed like this, ego hates it because it's an abrupt, hard change, and ego hates change. So the best way to do this is when you start getting those spiritual nudges, listen to those nudges. Okay, so there's some type of conflict that maybe is going on here with this person here that we need to be walking away from. And maybe this is some of the fears that come into our relative reality. Some of us are feeling trapped and really trapped to the point that we're in aggression. We're feeling aggressive. And I think that will really come back to this one right here. I told you that charity engagement. Maybe you offered charity. Maybe you offered charity to somebody and they're abusing it, or vice versa. Someone offered you something, but now they're holding it over your head. Well, I did this for you, so now you owe me. So they might be feeling some of that entrapment right there. Also, for some of you, this could just be thrown in there for the horoscope which relates to Capricorn. So tune into that. Now, yes, okay, so some of us are struggling, feeling like we cannot navigate through our challenges with ease. We're struggling with that. And that's going to be these, I think, here, possibly even here, there's feeling trapped. And this will definitely pertain to yes or no. If any of you are looking or maybe asking about a residential move, this is going to be looking at no, or there's going to be a delay. So look at that and see how that fits you. And then some of you are prepared and ready to do something. And we're going to see what the clarification for that card is and see what that is. All right, so let's go ahead and clarify for you now. Okay, and I'd like to take this moment as I shuffle and give a shout out to all my subscribers. I love you so much. And if you're new subscriber, I love you. Thank you for being with me and joining me. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm glad to have you here with me. And I really do want to give a heartfelt thank you for all the likes, the comments, the subscribes, the bell notifications, as all of that helps me out here in the YouTube algorithm, which helps me to continue to grow, which I really appreciate that because I can reach out and help more people. So thank you for helping me help others. I really appreciate that. And as for those comments, I love your comments because I'm over here reading in the dark for so many of you, and I love to see how the reading was relative to you and it's working for you. I just really enjoy those, so thank you for that. And let's see if we can start getting some of these cards clarified for you. Okay, here we go. Jumps or drops, we go for it. All right, so here we go. Okay, so for some of you, this looks like you got an alignment in a team, which is usually very good. But the universe is not supporting this. So this tells me this is something being it was followed by fears coming into your relative realities. Some of you might have got tricked here. You might have got tricked that you thought you were in alignment with something, but the universe wasn't supporting it. It wasn't in alignment. So watch for that. Something that looks like, watch for that. I'm going to pull one more clarification card on that one. Clarification on. Yeah, okay, so that was something that looked like it was in alignment with you. Looked like somebody was teaming with you. They weren't. This may involve family too, because there's a lack of family support here. And there's some type of failure involved with this. And because what you thought was alignment didn't work out and brought about a failure, which didn't bring about your dreams to come true, that you were hoping and dreaming for, which the next card would lead to your fears came true instead. And now the one that's confirming that card, or confirming that one, is the Eight of Cups, which now you're being called to leave this nightmarish reality that you're in. You're being called now to get onto your spiritual calling. And your spiritual calling always is going for your heart's desires. Source came through you, lives through you, put some of its consciousness through your avatar to experience life through your unique perspective. And that's why you have unique talents that are easy for you, and you have joys, things you have preferences. And that's flow. That's your destiny. That's what you're called to go. So you're being called to get out of this where ego said, oh, let's go here because I'm scared to go what I should be doing. And so now you're being called to go there. Definitely being called to go there. And so with the situation with this charity thing, where either you offer something to somebody else and they're abusing you with that, or they offered you something and they're holding this over your head type of thing, you need to back out of this story, because that story is entrenching you and it's making it heavy, it's making it difficult for you. And you need to back out of it, and you need to see it from a higher perspective, see it from a spiritual perspective, and see what the heck's going on. Pull out of that story as much as you can, observe it, and go, okay, what the heck is going on? Just set your ego aside. I love you very much. You're the one that's really scared. Let's look at this from a higher self perspective and see what's going on. There's some bigger spiritual view, some life lesson that you're learning here. And I think really that biggest life lesson for you is to learn to be who you really are, because that's the one that follows that one, that it is in reverse. So when you did this, ego was involved, and ego was not being itself. Ego thought this was going to be good for it, but it was not. And that entrapment that we had that showed up here at the end over here, that's because you weren't being who you were, and you were listening to ego, because we got the devil card coming back up again here as well, and that's what's affirming it. So that's what got you trapped, was the ego, not choosing who you really are, not trusting who you are, just trusting conditioning, trusting what looked like survival. It's going to always go for survival. And again, this represents Capricorn. Now, for those of you in a partnership, some type of partnership that looks like it was in harmony, business partner, project partner, we'll just call them that, or because remember a band came up. Don't know, it's a new one for me, so that's somebody this fits, or either romantic partner. There's some preparation that we need to do with this, so I don't know. Let's see. Let's clarify that one. What preparation do we need to do for this partnership here? Okay, so clarifying this one, interestingly, is the Six of Pentacles upright. This is about that, giving that charity again, but this time it's upright. So this is a symbiotic charity where you're giving unto, someone's giving unto someone, and they are glad and happy to do so, and it benefits them to do so, joy and merriment from the heart. And the other is receiving, and everything is good, it's going well. Versus this other one over here, where it wasn't going well. Somebody's abusing somebody. So there's a little bit of preparation that needs to be made. So maybe within this partnership, business partner, project partner, we'll go back to that, or romantic partner, maybe you're wanting to give unto this partner something to share, to assist them in some way. It could be career, whatever, I don't know how. There may be a little preparation you need to do before you can assist them. Or if you're the one that is in need of assistance, you might be one that's struggling to receive. You have a hard time receiving help. So you might need to be working on yourself in order to be able to receive assistance. So to be able to be open to receive that help, because they are happy to share it unto you, but you have to be happy to receive it. And understand there's nothing wrong with interdependence. Not codependence, interdependence. We are humans. We're supposed to be socially connected and working and helping each other as an interdependence, but not codependence. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing right there. So this can work out. There's just a little bit of preparation that needs to be done. Okay, so then for our Tower card, now when we clarify this team thing here, oh no, this would make sense here. Okay, so some of this teamwork and alignment, because I'm seeing the Empress coming up here in reverse. For some of you, because this got clarified with a lack of family support, some of this is going back to your mom, guys. This is why it looks like team and alignment, because you are aligned by blood. She was your parent. And the Tower card's come to knock something out. Because when this Empress card comes in reverse, playing back on this card, it has lots of meanings, multiple meanings. But what I'm getting from this one, playing back on this card, this is the selfish mother. This is the mother that wants her child to be the prodigy, to make her look good. Or she's just the cold-hearted mother that's lacking compassion and understanding, or what have you. That's that lack of family support that you're getting there, which has led to some type of failure, and you're not getting your dreams come true. So this really did expand on this. So for some of you, you're dealing with a mother, and this is what's causing you problems. And I'm really, really sorry for this, guys. It sucks when you feel like your parents let you down. Don't let your parent knock you down so much on your feet that you feel like you're not worthy of anything because you thought they were on your team. They were your parent. Then that makes so much sense as to why you thought they were on your team. Makes so much sense. My best advice for this one, I've had to work with this. Remember that we all come here as souls. They played the role of parent. They put on the parent cap. We're playing a game. We're playing roles. It's a play. It's a movie. It's a TV show. It's a book. It's a character role. Remember their soul. They're living. They're struggling. They're making their own mistakes. They're growing and learning, just as we all are. And so I apologize that. So the situation between them, it looks like your spirit guides are knocking something out. So this it actually might make a fall away of the actual relationship. And this could be some of the fears that have come into play here. And this is difficult for you. It very well may be, as big as this looks, this very well may be. And yeah, that would make sense. This charity card too. Whew, yeah, that would, because your mother would take care of you, but then she's not, that would make sense too. I can really see that there. That's really opening that one up. Also, for some of you, if it is not your mother and it's a different scenario, this would be a call to give yourself some loving, nurturing self. Like I told you, nurture that ego, comfort that ego, give that ego love and validation and understanding. It is entitled and valid to feel its pains. It is the avatar through which spirit plays through us, and by spirit playing through us, the ego having the experiences of contrast and preference. That is what it came here to experience. The polar opposites. Welcome to planet Earth, where you have hot and cold. And you can't know what hot is without knowing what cold is. And then you find that balance, warm. And you can't appreciate that warmth without knowing what hot is. And you can't appreciate that warmth without knowing what cold is. So this is what we are here for. So that's some of what's going on there too. For some of you. So you'll have to tune into which one is relative for you on that one. Okay, so now those of us, we need to walk away from a toxic situation or fight about an issue. For some of you, very might be. Or it could be bigger, like this, going back to that possible mother scenario, and these really relative realities. Again, let me stress, we're being called to go to our spiritual path, what our desires are. We're being called to that. For those of you, or this could be completely separate, because for those of you who might be fighting some people, toxic situation walking out, you might be looking at a residential move, and this looks good for you. And this is a yes. Should it be moving away? And at this point, it could not even be residential. Should it be moving away from this situation, or moving away from the toxicity of the situation, moving into something brighter, something into better? Yes, definitely. Or this toxic situation could be an issue, just an issue that you need to walk away from the issue to resolve the issue, and that means you're navigating through your challenges with ease. So don't worry, you will navigate through that with ease. So again, tune into what is alignment with you and what your storyline is here. And so again, that's what we had. Okay, so we had that the Devil's card in reverse here, showing that we are feeling trapped. And with that mother situation, I could totally understand that, not being who we are. So if those of you on the mother storyline, you're not being who you are, that was confirmed too here with the Devil card as well. We're being trapped. You kind of do feel trapped. You're looking and seeking for your parents' approval, and that kind of like makes you feel trapped. Some of you might actually be still living at home situations, and maybe that was the charity that was being offered to you, maybe financial reasons you had to go back home, or financial reasons you never have left home, and your parents giving you charity but holding it over your head. Well, you owe me because, or you need to get out of the house, or something like along those lines. That could be going on. So, with that going on, that really does go back to that. So they're asking you to feel some strength here. Definitely get some strength. And it's hard for you right now because it's in reverse. You need some strength to trust that you can get out of this. You just got to go back and focus on being who you are and heed this call of your spiritual calling, moving towards your heart. What are your desires? I'm being reminded here with this one too of your theme cards, the mystery and haven't had patience. You might not can do this move yet, which goes back to that next card, a move that is being delayed. That definitely really fits that. Just yet, but it's coming. And why you can't do it just yet, that's where you do the inner work, because your outer reality is a reflection of what's going on inside of you. Your outer reality mirrors you. This is the time to do your inner work. And focusing on that moment of now with the second one here, really focusing on that. Focus on you, not the dread of the future, not what the environment is offering you. Focus on the joy within yourself here. So that's what you want to do to get that. Okay, so then they're navigating through, and this is the lack of either navigating through challenges with ease or the delay in moving on, moving residence. Yes, the delay is you need to be who you are. So tuning into who you are. So we had this again with the star card, being who we are. This is where we're feeling trapped. To release you, to be able to move on, to navigate through these challenges, we have to be who we are. It's going back to your higher self perspective instead of making those egoic choices, because the ego is the one that gets us in trouble. Higher self gets things going smoothly. Again, heeding that spiritual call. Ego doesn't like to do that. Well, I can't do that because there's not enough money. I can't do that because so-and-so will dislike me. I can't do that because I'll upset mom, just for an example, or I'll upset so-and-so. You came here to be who you are. And that's when things start getting messy when you don't follow that. Now you are prepared and ready. So yes, you're prepared and ready for something. And as okay, I can see with the Hermit here, this is clarifying this more. You're getting prepared and ready by going within. Taking that time to relax and be who you are. Relaxing in that moment. Relaxing to who you are. Being who you are, tuning into your higher self. That is what's preparing you. Anything that's sticking right now, it's going to come to an end, and you're coming out of it, okay? But you've got to go back in and tune in to be who you are. That is your ticket out. So we've got to go within. You're definitely involved with that. Okay, yeah, because someone has played you. And it very well could be some of you in that storyline. Okay, you think your mom's there for you, in line with you, but she wasn't. She played you because she's selfish for whatever reasons. Some of you, it could be a whole different scenario. You know who, like that charity card, that could be your mom, or that could be someone that played you. Oh yeah, I'll do that for you. Oh, now you owe me. So it could be that. So you're dealing with that. So we definitely, and this playing led to some grief in her heart. Definitely works really good for the mother that's selfish, is really grieving to your heart. But this one right here, this is about taking a new journey, taking a new direction towards your heart, going for your desires. But before you can do that, you've got to heal the grief that has come with from whomever's played you. So whether it be this charity card or someone's like, yeah, I'll do that for you, or you are helping them and they're abusing you, and that's making it difficult. They played you like, oh yeah, I'll pay you back or whatever, and they didn't, whatever the situation is. There's some grief to heal with that. So we need to definitely focus on the healing. And that's going to be going back within and becoming who we are, relaxing in you, relaxing in the moment, taking your time. I really recommend with this one here and this entire reading, if you're on this storyline, the power of now. That'll really help you. Because our fear is in the future, our dreading of the future, as well as regretting the past. Power of Now is very, very beneficial. I recommend that. Power of Now, Eckhart Tolle. I think it's Tolle, but I'm not sure. Okay, and then We have the 6 of fire here. Oh, no, that's good. So that means victory and celebration is coming your way, and you'll be sharing with others. As you become who you are, that's very evident that this is the result of that, because you're being who you are, and you'll be celebrating with others. So this is good. You've got victory on your way. So take heart. And so we've got the King of Pentacles here. And okay, so the King of Pentacles, this is someone that has fallen off their throne. There's been some failure. There's something hasn't worked out. Victory and celebration is coming for all of that which has not worked out because you weren't being who you are. And by reversing that and changing that and becoming who you are good. That's what's going to bring you there. So you got that victory and celebration coming. So I'm really glad to see that. That's awesome to see that card come there at the end. All right, so let's wrap it up real quick with the angels and ancestor card. Mountains, stand your ground. But it is reversed, so we need to pay extra special attention to this. With the mountain card, stand your ground. This is standing your ground and being who you are. Those of you on that mother one, you could be having a little bit of value clash. You're not doing what mom wants you to do. You're not being who mom wants you to be. And this might be why you haven't been being who you are. And that is never going to work out for you. You can't. Some parents really want their children to be an expression of them, make them look good, or what have you. Follow their advice because the parent knows best. Parent doesn't know best. You came here to live your own life. They are a character role. Your parents are character roles to the children in life. The children are character roles to the parents in life. But we are each our own unique role. We are each love, light, source, energy. And that's the hardest part to remember. And we're each here for our own experience, and we're each here for our own expansion, and we're each here for our own growth. And for those that you feel like might be really nasty, it's really hard to look at them and remember they are source, love, light, energy. They're experiencing greater negativity. They're experiencing greater impediments. And those of you that feel like you're being a victim to something like that, you are source, love, light, energy too. And you're experiencing some heaviness as well. But if you can always remember, you are source, love, light, energy. They are source, love, light, energy. We are just playing a game here. The most primary important thing to do is be who you are. So what are your desires? Move towards them. Don't let other people impede you from being who you are. That is the most important thing. So that is very important. You have success. You have victory and success coming your way, which will be celebrated with others. So you will have camaraderie. You have support of others and love of others. It is coming. So hang in there. You have a mystery behind you. The biggest thing right there, probably coming. I need water. I've been talking too long. The biggest thing here is to relax into the moment of now, being who you are, going within, finding who you are, connecting with who you are. And there you will find your victory and success. Hang in there. A little bit of tough reading, but you'll get through this. I believe in you. Until next time, much love and much light. Okay, welcome. If you chose Spirit Cat number 2 for this week's paper card reading, yes or no, ask any question, and it's timeless. Now, for those of you that chose Spirit card number 2, you received 2 cards for your theme. Cards, so let's see what you got here. Right, you have unique. Okay, so meet Helix. He was always a little different from the other kitties. At first, he felt lonely and alienated. He even considered trying to blend in to be accepted by the other cats, but this could never give him the joy that being embraced as his true self would. So he took a risk and met people's gazes as himself. He saw his uniqueness was his beauty, his spark. He alone could twinkle the way only he can. Miraculously, many kittens around him threw off their normal disguises and began to sparkle in their own way too. Their world would become dazzling, diverse. Okay, so embrace the freak within and remember, Outsiders are in. Okay, so keep in mind this is a general reading, and I have this tuned to many of you and your unique relative stories. So as we go through the cards, you want to tune in to what is relative to you. Now, if you would like a personal reading, I do offer those, and you can find the links to those in the description box below. So my first impression with this, now this is going to be interesting how this turns to a yes or no. I'm going to read your other theme card, and then I will be reading other cards, but this will be interesting. But my first impression of this, of course, is to be unique. To trust your uniqueness. Trust that you are okay being unique. Don't let you marching to a different drum keep you from dancing your dance because you're not blending in. Don't let them make you think. Don't let just because others are. Don't let them. I'm trying to say this. Don't let shunning or rejection be a thing in your mind that makes you think you have to blend in and please other people and be like them. Because what happens when you're being like them and you're wearing a mask like, yeah, I'm like you, then they're connecting with your mask. And you're like feeling this appreciation coming towards you, but it's really not you. They're appreciating your mask, that their own mirror, that you look like them, and that's what the appreciation. And you can't keep this up for so long because resentment's going to build in as you're not being true to yourself. And then you might start despising them when you see them because they're the symbol of why you aren't being yourself. And it's going to cause problems because you can't keep it up. You just can't keep wearing that mask. It's going to start getting hot and sweaty and hard to breathe in that mask. And then if you finally have to take that off, all those people that appreciated you now realize you aren't who they thought you were. You're going to feel, that's when you feel the shunning because they did fall in love with your mask. They didn't fall in love with you. But when you are being you all along, what you do is you attract the people who do like you. And then that is a genuineness. They appreciate you. So that's what you want to look at. All right, now let's look at our second stream card for this one. This one's called Guardian. That one's really pretty. Okay, Guardian. Meet Lavandra. She stands sentinel, a gentle yet protective force. She can help you guard your mind against negativity, defeatism, and delusion. She is a shield that allows the words and actions of people with compassionate intentions to reach the depths of your being. She keeps your true self safe as you journey into the depths, seeking understanding and healing. She is a master space holder. Lavandra will hold your hand in her paw as you cry, as you dance wildly, as you merge with all, as you dissolve and evolve. It's amazing how these cards bounce. I do not know what these cards are. It's just amazing how they bounce off. Because I just sat there and said that dance. So she's the guardian. So some of you are fearing to be your unique true self, and she's saying, hey, I will hold your paw as you do exactly that. Be your unique self. You are safe. You will find your vibe tribe by being you. And you have help. And Spirit always wants you to be you. The Source focused a portion of its consciousness within your avatar to experience things from your unique perspective. And that's what you came here to do. You came here to be you. You came here to be you while unique. You didn't come here to be like everybody else. If Source wanted the experience of being like everybody else, you would be looking at, let's go Naruto here, shadow clones of yourself. This is what the world would look like. One, or for those of you who don't watch Naruto, you would look around and see only you. People that looked exactly like you, your height, your hair, your colors, your eyes, your age, your everything. And they would think and be exactly like you. It would be more of you. And the thing is, we are all one, and all the other people are you, because it is all Source, but Source wanted to play with individualities, uniqueness, differences. It makes it more fun. So be you. Source wants to experience that. Okay. So I'm going to now yes or no. This is going to be interesting. So let's see how the cards unfold. Because if you are contemplating being true to yourself and removing some masks? Yes, yes, yes. That is definitely yes. I'm going to pull up the whole row for you and then read them to you. But that's for the impression here with the theme cards. Didn't quite jump. Didn't jump out, y'all. I get them when they jump out. Yeah, if you are considering being you, if you've been wearing a mask, yes, yes, yes. If you're considering following your heart's desires of being you, and you might be a little concerned, maybe I'll upset my parents, maybe I'll upset my friends because I didn't follow their footsteps and do what they did. Be you, be you, be you. You have a guardian here that will protect you. If you are battling, should I follow my parents' footsteps and go after a career, go into college and doing what they did, but I want to do this other thing? No, don't do what your parents did. Yes, do what you want to do. So I don't know where you're at or what you're doing. Maybe you decided you wanted to write a book and you feel like your whole family and friends won't support you. Yes, write that book. These type of things. So tune into how this is fitting you. Okay, so with the reading here. All right, so some of you are on board. You have figured this out and you're following your higher self to be you. And they are letting you know you do have some family support of some type to do exactly that. You have this guardian here. And if it is not biological family and any of you are suffering not feeling this family support, this means you got a vibe tribe coming in, and it doesn't always have to be biological family. You've got a vibe tribe coming in or already have a vibe tribe elsewhere that are not biological family but are your family because they're the ones who truly support you and love you for being who you are. Those of you doing this or entertaining this or going towards this is putting you right into balance. And we have some changes coming in, and they're coming in really fast, and they're very positive. Some of you are really struggling with a decision. Should you do this? You're really struggling. Yes. Be anything with doing you, and it's your heart's desire, and it is a true joy. Yes, do that. I think some of you are struggling with upsetting somebody if you do what you want to do. Do what you want to do. You're looking at a new journey, and it's one of success. And this is material success, family success, it's all of it. This is the pinnacles, this is all of it. So yes, as some of you are really struggling, you are thinking, I don't want to be me. And that's your ego talking. Your ego is scared to be itself. Your ego's like, well, if I do that, then I'm going to make enough money, or I do that. I think more than anything, I'm going to upset so-and-so. Don't worry about so-and-so. So-and-so came here to play their game and their role. Remember, you are source, love, light, energy, and they are source, love, light, energy. And if you're not like them, they're going to be okay. And you didn't come here to be like them. You didn't come here to be like anybody else. You didn't come here to be shadow clones. You came here to be you, unique, different. And so some of you that are looking at this, of like struggling with that ego, not being who you are, you're not hitting your spiritual calling with that. What is your spiritual calling? Your spiritual calling is your fate line destiny. Again, Source put its consciousness through you to enjoy a unique perspective and life experience through your unique perspective, and that is where you get your innate skills, things are easy for you, as well as your desires and preferences. That is your spiritual calling. That is your fate line destiny. When you follow that, things flow. Life gets easier. Can you thwart your destiny? Absolutely can. You can go, no, I don't want to go that way. And what does that look like? Life gets complicated. Life gets hard. You might be feeling resentful. Things don't feel easy. Things feel heavy. But you have the free will to do that. So those of you not looking at being who you are, you're not following your spiritual calling, and that's where things will come into problems. Remember, you have this guardian here. Your guardian is Source. Your guardian is the universe looking out for you. And I promise you, they will bring you that family support, whether it's biological or not. They will bring you the support of others to be you. Being unique, you will be loved. You won't be shunned. You won't be rejected. Yeah, you'll be loved. You might be shunned and rejected by those who don't like your uniqueness, but you don't want to hang out with them anyway. Believe me, when you find those who do like your uniqueness, they're the ones you want to hang out with. And you got them coming if you don't already have them. And the universe supports you completely on being who you are, being unique. So, what's your decision, your heavy decision? Do I do what I want to do? Yes. Do I do what somebody else wants me to do to make them happy? No. Glad I found this out, because we're going to deal with the theme cards, I can figure that out. Okay, let's clarify for you. All right. As I shovel, I'm shoveling the cards. I'm having trouble talking about it. As I shuffle the cards, get them to pull up your whole row, and then I will read them. I'd like to give a shout out to my subscribers. I love you very much. And my new subscribers, welcome. I'm glad to have you here. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm glad to have you join me here. Thank you. And I want to give much thanks to all of your likes, your comments, your bell notifications, your subscribes, because that really helps me out here on the YouTube algorithm. So it helps my channel continue to grow so I can reach out and help more. So thank you for helping me help others. I really do appreciate that. And I do want to put emphasis, I love your comments because I'm over here reading in the dark for many of you. So I love to see when the reading correlates with you and is relative and helpful to you. I really do enjoy that. So thank you so much for this. I appreciate that. Oh, a few more. Okay, we need 2 more at least. We got 3, and that's okay. Alrighty, here we go. Alright, so some of us are being our unique self, and that's awesome because we are following our higher self, listening to that and doing that, and that is awesome. And this correlates with a partner of some type, perhaps a romance partner, a business partner, a project partner that we're just sharing a project with. This is looking very good. So you're on the right thing. And it's going to be about being unique, and that's great. So this is looking good. So it is about uniqueness. Now also with this too, following your higher self, you got this partner coming in. Or maybe they're new to you, perhaps for some of you. Be you. Don't put on a mask so this partnership will work. What they are actually showing you, if you follow your higher self, being you, the partnership will work. If you don't do that and you listen to your ego and you put on a mask, it will not work. So to continue things to work, be who you really are. That will bring in your true partnership. Special message, because this really happens a lot with in the romance department. There's a whole granddaughter if you hear playing. Should be sleeping. Those of you in the romance department, this is the biggest place that is so tempting to put on that mask so you'll be accepted by a new prospect that you're excited about. If they're not like you and they're different and you can't be you, you're not going to enjoy that relationship putting on this mask all the time. Be you. And if you got a new prospect, they're not the only prospect in the world if they're not like you. Just keep being you and shining you, and promise you, you will attract the right partner that will accept you. So keep that in mind. Apologize, she's really playing, carrying on. Okay, also, let me catch, this is horoscope card. For some of you, it might just be the horoscope card. This does represent Gemini. So if that's relative to you. Okay, now, family support. It may be biological family or not. We're going to have the Temperance card come in here. So, let me throw in the horoscope card right here, Sagittarius, because I really do feel like that. Someone that is a support to you, feels like family to you, is a Sagittarius, so tune in to see how that fits you there. This is about having faith that you're going to have this family support while being you. You've got that guardian while being you. So this having faith, keep the faith. The universe completely, 100,000% is what this card means, supports you and being you. Yes, you will have the support. Yes, you will have the love of others. Have that faith. Trust that. Also, again, yeah, covered that represents Sagittarius. I had to catch that. Sometimes I forget things. Pretty cool. Okay, so being in balance and being who you are. This will keep you in balance. Following your higher self. 5 of Wands. Okay, so some of you are fearing competition. Let's see here. Let's expand on that one. How's this feeling this? Clarify 5 of Wands reverse. Clarify 5 of Wands reverse. There we go. You need to listen to our intuition. Yeah, this is a fear. We're fearing competition of being yourself. We're fearing we're not going to be good enough if we're ourselves. We've got to put on a mask. That's fear. Tune into your intuition and follow you. Be who you really are. Your intuition knows. Your intuition is your higher self saying be you. Ego is the one in fear. Oh, this is going to happen, and I'm going to fail because of this. There's not going to be enough. Every suffering of ego, I learned this from Bentina Massaro, and I 100,000% agree with him. If you look at everything of suffering, it all revolves around some type of lack. Whether it's just a thought of lack or the experience of lack, not enough resource, not enough comfort, not enough love, not enough companionship, whatever, it's some type of lack. So there is a fear of lack of some type and competition coming in. Lover's apartment. Well, if I don't act like this person, they're going to choose another person over you. Well, you want them to choose that other person over you because you're not being you, and it's not going to work out. Anyway, could be competition for a job. Okay, well, let me act like I fit this job so I'll get this job, but then you're not going to be happy in the job. Be who you are, do your own thing, follow your own path. Tune into your intuition. You know what this is. Heed your higher self. Assuage your ego's fears. Listen to this guardian. You're going to be happier being you. Also, this represents Pisces. If this is for some of you, it's just going to be specifically for that. It represents Pisces. That's relative to you. Oh, and I didn't catch, also, with your next card, things are coming in fast and they're very positive. This represents Cancer. So that's relative to any of you. And most beautiful good news, the Sun card is shining, so that means everything else is working out in your highest good alignment. Being you, being unique you, everything is working out in your highest good and alignment. So those of you struggling, figure this out, be who you are, and everything's working out in your highest good alignment. You're struggling with that, but it is true. So those of you making that decision, do I put on that mask? Do I be me? What do I choose? Choose you. And everything's very good. Yes, because see, Ten of Swords. If you make the choice of following your ego, who wants to go here, doesn't want to be who it is itself, it wants to not follow its spiritual calling, or following its joys and being who it is, that's going to be what leads to defeat. That never works. Ego always lands us in defeat. Ego takes us places we don't really want to go, and where ego chooses always ends up failing. It's going to blow up or slowly disintegrate. It's not going to work. Being who you are is what's going to work. So that will help you in making this decision. Okay, so if you make that choice of being who you are, you're embarking this journey. It's a new journey, and it is one of success with the Pentacles. We're fearing abandonment, though. Some of us are fearing abandonment. Some of us are really concerned if we're being ourselves, we're upsetting somebody that we love, and they're going to abandon us. And it's okay. It is okay that they abandon you, because if you're not pleasing them by being who you are, y'all not lining up, you don't want them in your life. You want people that are in alignment with you in your life, because you're going to get along. So that's okay. That might be hard. If it's any parents involved, I know that can be hard. I really do. Or family involved, that can be hard. I know that can be. Being who you are, yes, you're being called right here with the Eight of Swords to go for that which is ideal for you, that which excites you, that's what brings you joy, being called. And that's being followed by this card here for some of you that are entertaining the thought of not following your spiritual calling, which is being you, following your heart's desires. Do that. Flip this one up and do that. So you're getting your yes or no's. Definitely getting. Put on a mask. Do something that's out of alignment with me? No. Be who I am? Yes. Okay, so the universe supports you being who you are and following your spiritual calling. And what we have clearing for that is the Seven of Pentacles. See, some of us are also thinking, okay, our harvest will not come in if we do that. No, your harvest doesn't come in. When I see this card, this means ego has planted seeds, and these seeds never grew and died out because they came from ego, and it never works out. So don't let that fool you. Ego seeds never work out. Higher self seeds do. So keep it in mind. Be you. And then we've got the Six of Pentacles. So this is some like symbiotic exchange or trade of some type. And it's coming through really easily with this one. With this card, you being who you truly are, your unique self, you are giving the world that piece of the puzzle that Source chose to give this world. And people want that. People want who you really are. And they're going to respond in gratitude. So yes, we need you. Be who you are. Those of you that like your favorite actor or like your favorite singer, you appreciate what they offer, and you indulge in it, you're thankful for it. And they gave something. That was an exchange. They gave of themselves. And that was an exchange, and you appreciate that, and they made your world better. And this is what you do too. And it may not be on such a grand scale of celebrity, but even in your little local environments, this is going to work out for you. And yes, all is right with the world when you are being you. Absolutely. And there's you. Okay, so let's pull you up an Angels and Ancestor card real quick. This is a pretty good reading, guys. Just be you. I know it can be scary when you feel like people can reject you, but be you. If people do reject you that are in your life right now, it's okay. You're going to find the ones that do love and support you and align with you. And I know it's scary sometimes to lose people. It's okay. I've been there. Keep the pinky. Okay. Woo! Here we go. We got a few. Let's see what you get. Okay. All right. All of them here. Yes. Heart Guardian, love and let yourself be loved. Yes, because, okay, we are truly source love light energy. That is the essence of us all. And when you choose to be you, you are being the loving being you are. You are loving yourself. And as you love, you let yourself be loved. And trust me, there are people that are going to love your uniqueness, and they're going to embrace that and want that and thrill with that. So do love yourself. Tune into your heart. Hear your heart's calling. Follow your heart's joy. That is being you. And you will be loved by that. A lot of societal conditions, though, especially if you're really unique, and perhaps you're like in we got the conservative society, and you might be in the liberal society. You might be of the liberal part, which is not the majority of society that is, conserved, reserved, or whatever. It's okay. It's okay. You're not here to make 7 billion, 8 billion, 9 billion people happy. Just your local group. You're going to find your local group that's going to match you. So love and let yourself be loved. And this will show other people to be who they are and love themselves. And it just grows. It really does. Okay, so Water Garden. Connect with your emotions. Yes, tune into the heart's desire. Let's go back to that. The heart's desires. Tune into your emotions. Your emotions are your compass. Telling you, we got 4 actually. Telling you what is right for you. Use that. Your emotions are your compass. When you're doing something that you don't like doing, you're miserable, well, that's not for you. That's what that compass is telling you. When you're doing something or being someone that you like being, that's natural, easy, enjoyable, you're on the right track. And that's what your emotions do. They are your compass. So definitely utilize that. Connect with your emotions and tune into that. Now we have the High Priest here. Intend and create. Yes. And it is reversed. That means you need to pay extra special attentions. So for those of you that have been struggling being who you are and not intending and creating that which you desire, that's not going to work out for you. So right now, those of you, you're really coming into all of your vibration. Even those that you're struggling right now, you are a vibration to coming into being who you are. The reason why I know you're at this reading. So intend and create what your desires are, what you want to enjoy through being you. Make a manifestation. Use law of attraction. Put it into action with you. Secret Magic, Rhonda Byrne. Highly recommend it. Okay, great book. She-Wolf. Yes, unleash the wild within. This is all about this book, this card right here. It's all about being you, being unique, being your wild self that's different from everybody else. It's all about it. Look at that. Just wraps this reading up absolutely perfectly and completely. I love these cards. Absolutely love these cards. Absolutely. Be you. It's going to be great. It's going to be successful. Your world's going upright. Remember, guys, everything's bigger than your highest good on it. This is a really good reading. I really enjoyed this one. Some of you are just a little teeter-totter, a little bit scared, but you're on your way. You are a match to this reading. You're heading in that direction, and it's going to work out for you. You're here. For those of you that are teeter-tottering a little bit, to be reminded, it's going to work out. Go that way. Listen to that spirit calling. Listen to the spiritual nudges. They will work out for you. I really believe in you. You got this. Enjoy being you, and thank you for being you. Because you're the only you we have, and it's the only way we can ever enjoy the aspect of you is when you show up fully as your unique self. Thank you very much. Until next time, much love and much light. Okay, welcome. If you chose Spirit Cat number 3 for this week's pick a card reading, yes or no, ask any question, and it is timeless. Okay, so let's see what your theme card is. Your theme card is Imagination. Meet Zed. He might not look like your ordinary home cat, but in fact he is one. He doesn't come from outer space or from a far-off land. He lives just around the corner. He is the maker of his own kittyverse. He is constantly recreating himself to mirror the infinite possibilities of his imagination. Today, he is purple and green, but tomorrow he might be made of flowers, and the next day he might have stars for eyes. We are all in a constant state of becoming. We don't need to always stick with the familiar A, B, and C. Sometimes we can reach for Z. All right, so impression for this one. What I'm getting is some of you might be looking at doing something really different than your normal thing. And if you are looking at that, it just seems like a completely different direction. I'm feeling for most of you a yes on that. Now do keep in mind, this is a general reading and I have this tuned to many of you and your unique relative realities. So tune in to that which is aligned for you. And if you do want a personal reading, I do offer those and you will find the links to those in the description box below. Okay, so let's pull up a row of tarot for you. I'll pull up an entire row and then I'll start reading them for you, and then we will do a row of clarification. And I'm a little quick to talk to you here today. Okay. Yeah, more impressions on this card. Some of us, company included here, like routine, like to stick with that which is familiar. I'm a big famous one, but every now and then life comes and shakes us up and puts us on a whole new thing, and that might be what you're thinking. And should I go in this direction? It just seems like really, like maybe it's like moving in a state. I'm not even, and just doing something completely different. And it looks wild and crazy, but sometimes we do need to shake it up. And it doesn't mean that you won't eventually get back to a routine, but sometimes you just need to shake things up. So if some of you are looking like, should I do this? Should I not? I'm getting the impression of yes, but let's go deeper and read some cards here. So let's get a look-see. You got a big row here too. Okay, so yeah, we need to be tuning into our intuition and heeding it and listening to it. Yeah, and that's coming up double fold here. Definitely want to listen to our intuition. Ego, I bringing up some fears. Look at that, looks exciting, looks kind of cool, but it's different. I don't know if I want to do that. I'm kind of scared. You're definitely getting a double fold here, listening to your intuition for that. Yeah, let's do dot. This one also represents Pisces, if that's related to you. And with this coming in reverse here, we don't look at our emotions. There's a little reflection here as well as listen to our intuition. See what emotions are coming up that might be impeding you. And this is about emotions as well, too. So yeah, let's definitely be looking at our emotions here. Impeding you. Some of us might have a disgruntled mother figure. For some of you, this is different for each one. If you were to do this wild and crazy thing, don't worry about that. Listen to your intuition. That might be if you like, oh, I might upset her, so I don't listen to my intuition. I want to make sure to keep my mom happy. No. Come here, live you, be you. You are unique. You are source, love, light, energy, and you came here to do your thing. Yes, you're being called to do that which is ideal for you. So if it feels like joy, from a heart, pure joy, will this make me happy? Is my heart excited about this? Am I fired up about this? Am I passionate about it? Yes. Let's break out of our normal constructs, routines, things that keep us structured and keep us stuck. Busting out of that. So it's kind of like a spiritual freedom, with this coming in reverse like this. So you want to bust out of constructs, bust out of the box, coming into freedom. This is what this is representing. Yes, definitely do this. So yes, we're wanting to bust out of that. And you're deciding about this. You feel like you're stuck between a hard place and a rock with this decision. Because the situation you're in right now, and then if you made the choice, there are things you don't like about staying where you are, but there's things you don't like about making that choice. So like you're saying, from what I'm getting with all of this, you don't like what you are, stuck with what you are, because you're being called to do this joyful thing, but you're scared of perhaps upsetting someone if you do that joyful thing. Does that make sense? And that's where it's painful to make that choice. Maybe even upsetting yourself, because it's going to bust you out of your routines that you're used to, and constructs in that box. And coming out of that box is going out into the comfort zone and making that choice is really hard. And I know all about that, getting out of the comfort zone. I'm a Capricorn here who loves her structure and loves her box, loves her routine. I'm really spiritually free and open, so I wouldn't say a box so much, but I like my routine. I like what I like. I know about that. I know about that. Getting out in the comfort zone and stretching yourself beyond what you thought you would like or what's normal for you. Like it, it's calling me, but it's not normal. It's not familiar. Bust out of it. Yeah, because some of you are not heeding this call. It's a spiritual call for you. Spiritual call is what's joy. That's your flow. Source has focused some of its consciousness through your unique perspective of your avatar, and it has put this desire in you, and it's calling you this desire, and it's time to heed this desire. And speaking of exactly which, that is what your fate line destiny is. All the desires Source wants to experience to you, that is your fate line destiny. Do we have free will to thwart destiny? Absolutely. And believe me, it's usually ego. Ego is the number one thing that will usually impede us from doing our fate line destiny out of fears. Fears will cause that. So yeah, it's your fate line destiny. Let's flip this card around and let's heed that call. Yes, go do this new thing. This is you going to be in alignment with people. This is perhaps a team thing, a project or something, whatever this calling is. So for some of you, this is what it is. It's an alignment with people. Moving forward to bring about a goal and working together to bring this about. This is looking very, very positive. So yes, this is definitely a yes card. This one's really easy. I'm enjoying this reading. Very easy. Yes, it's a new journey, again, that you're embarking about. You have the love and support of the universe, and they're letting you know, and you feel it. You know this deep inside, and you know you need to go this direction. You're just struggling a little bit. This is really a positive. Go within, tune, surrender to your higher self, ask your higher self for help to make it easier for your egos. Ask your angels for help to make this easier for your ego. Ask the angels to interfere to help make it easier to you, because all of this is leading to your happily ever after. I'm loving this reading. This is a great reading. This is awesome, guys. I'm really, really loving this. Okay, so let's go ahead and clarify for you. This is a really good reading. Yes. Okay, clarification here. Again, I'm going to pull up the entire row, and then I will start reading for you. And as I shuffle, I would like to send out a shout out to my subscribers. I love you. Thank you for being here with me. And my new subscribers, welcome. I'm so glad to have you here. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm glad to have you here joining me. And I also want to give you special thanks to all the likes, the comments, the subscribes, the bell notifications. I appreciate all of that, because that really does help me here in the YouTube algorithm, which helps my channel to grow so I can reach out and help more. So thank you for helping me help others. I really appreciate that. And I do want to give a special thanks to the comments, because I'm over here reading in the dark for many of you and your unique relative reality. So I love to see how the readings correlate for you and are working for you and helping you. So I appreciate that. So thank you very much for this. And I don't want to clarify anything more. I'm joking. Oh yeah, here we go. Okay, cool. Yeah, that is too. Ooh, I think we might have got them all there. Maybe it might be one more. Nope, we got them all of them more. Okay, awesome. Okay, here we go. Five of Swords, yeah, some type of competition. I told you, we're not wanting to heed our intuition. There might be some competition, so you might actually be thinking you can't do this change or break. There's some type of competition going on. mixing this Five of Swords. Is not, I'm thinking Five of Wands. No, this is clashing. Yeah, I told you, for some of you, you got a mother figure and you're clashing values. Your clashing values and perspectives is making things difficult for you. That kind of should have been one of my other readings too. That a mother could have been an issue. I think it was the first one, but I'm not sure. Some of you might be having some issues in the clash of values, and they cannot understand your perspective and wanting to do this new thing. Don't let that impede you. Listen to your heart. This is a yes. Go for it. So don't let that impede you. Impede your intuition on that. Definitely. Yeah. So like, we need to listen to the intuition, listen to our emotions, but we really need to heed the intuition, because this is what's busting you through, busting out of your limits, busting out of your box, which we had this earlier too. It's coming in the same way. Busting out, and I don't think I caught, and I apologize for this. This is Taurus, again, represents Taurus as well. If that is relative to any of you, whether it be you or with whomever you're engaged in this situation. We're busting out of that. We're coming into some freedoms, and that's really good. We really need to do that. Yes, by going for that which is ideal for you, this is what's going to set you up. You're going to have all of your stuff together. The Queen of Pentacles has got her stuff together. She's got her business together. She has her own wisdom. She has her family. She's got it all straight. And by going for that which is ideal for you, that puts you in your best position. So yes, you want to do that. So it's exciting. It's enjoyment. It's calling your heart. Heed it. Don't worry about these clashing of values. Yeah, I did see that. Definitely. Don't let that pull you back. And yeah, and again, busting this freedom, you're starting a new journey in doing so, and this journey is going to be successful for you. So go for it. So those of you struggling to make this decision because it's difficult, and I really do think it's because it's coming back to this clashing of values, letting someone down, especially a type of mother figure, whether it be biological or not. This is what's causing you the confusion on this thing. Because you're feeling like you let somebody down. Don't let this get to you. You came here to live your own life and do your own thing, so definitely do that. That's what you came here to do. Yes, you want to flip this one upside down, and you want to heed this calling, your spiritual calling, because someone is playing you by telling you not to do this. They are playing you. They're wanting you to do something to make them happy, what benefits them, instead of supporting you to be who you are and seeing you go do what's benefiting you. They are playing you, and I think that's going to come back to this clash of perspectives when we feel like we're going to let down, and perhaps this mother figure that we're seeing here, this female issue here. Okay, yes, and following in your heart's desires and doing it is following your spiritual calling, following your desires. That is what your heartline destiny is. We've got to flip that card around over there, because this is your heartline destiny. And some of you are on it and doing it. You're just here for some confirmation. Great. Keep at it. Do it. You're here for confirmation. Is this exactly right? Yes, yes, yes. Let's see here. What we got here? Eight of Swords. Yeah. Because if you don't follow this destiny, you're going to feel trapped. You're going to feel like that's some people over here that want to heed this person and make them happy. And you're having that hard choice of, I want to do this, but the painful part of it, where I feel like I'm stuck, or it's a hard place in a rock, I'm going to upset somebody. That is what's making you feel trapped. So tune to your higher self, get some help, heed your calling, be who you are, go for your happiness. There's some type of alignment working towards together for some of this. If you don't heed your higher self, you're going to miss out on this. You're going to miss out on the success. This new thing that you're doing, you're being called to do something new. It's a project of something. It could be a career. It's something. It's something great. It's involving others. It's an alignment. You're going to be successful with whatever goal you're attaining. And if you don't heed your higher self and go for it, you're going to miss out on that. So we want to flip some of you that are still debating, I don't want to upset that person, and I'm in that hard place choice of rock, I'm making that decision of not following it. You're being played. Remember that. Not following that calling. You're being played. They're trying to make you benefit them. You're going to miss out on this, so don't do that. Let's heed that higher self. Definitely heed that higher self. Okay, so now, universe is completely supporting you to do this. Completely supporting you. Yeah, and again, this is about your fate line destiny. And you're at that choice. We had up right here saying you're on it if you're following it. And if you don't go this, you're thwarting it. If you don't do this, this is your ego. And I promise you, ego always messes things up. It never works out for ego. It's either going to blow up in your face or slowly disintegrate. So just keep this right up. Go for that which is ideal for you. Get back on your fate line destiny. That's what's going to flow for you. That's what's going to make life easy for you. So we want to do that. And then you need to go tune in within and heed your higher self, heed your calling, and yes, step out the picture, step out the story. Your ego's stuck in the story, oh my God, I'm upsetting somebody. Step out. There's a way, way, way bigger picture than the little teeny tiny little story you are. Our ego believes this little teeny tiny little story you're in is the biggest thing in the world and the only thing in the world and the only important thing in the world. There's something bigger than you upsetting so-and-so. And the bigger is the universe. Its source itself came here to experience things it put through you. Upsetting them, source trumps that. Source is number one. We want to do that. It's way bigger. See the bigger picture here. Something good is coming out of this. Some type of project that you're aligned with people is going to be successful, but you have to be a part of that team for it to be successful. I'm really getting this strongly. If you don't show up, this team might not make it. This goal might not be achieved. You are a part of it. So show up. Definitely do that. See the bigger picture. And remember, all of this is leading to your happily ever after. But some of you are still struggling to listen to our ego. It is taking this card that calls you to follow that, go for that which is ideal for you, and clarifying that when you do, you got it all together. Your business, your family, you got it all together. And here it is, you got your happily ever after, but you're gonna lose it taking this card and flipping it upside down, which means you're not following that which is ideal for you. You're listening to ego, who's going to get you in trouble because ego's scared. This really is a good reading. Most of you are on this path and you're here and you're getting the affirmation of that calling. Yes, go for it. And you pretty much got it together and you're doing it. Some of you are really struggling with that decision. Like, oh, I really want to do that, but I don't want to get out of that comfort zone and I really don't want to upset so-and-so. Call on your higher self, your angels, your guides, your whole team to help you with this decision, to help you embrace the courage, the strength that it takes to bust out of the familiarity, to bust out of the box, to follow that, to follow your fate-land destiny, to follow the flow, to follow that which is going to lead you into a good destiny. Ask for that help. And yes, every time I see this, I'm not one that reads the bottom cards, but every time I see this one, I do. Your guardian angel, call on your guardian angel. And it's in reverse. That means extra attention. Call on your guardian angel to help you with this decision. Definitely. It can help you. Ask them to interfere. It's very helpful. Yeah, this helps them cross over your free will. It makes it very easy for them to help you. Okay, see what you got. Just one? Yes, just one. All right, let's see what you got here. Okay. Mirror garden. Take time to reflect. Yes. I'm getting direct. I'm not even like reading the card. I'm getting this direct message. Go within. Seriously, take time to reflect. Take time to reflect on this calling that you're having and picture in your mind what that looks like when you answer that calling and it succeeds. This is a direct message. Feel that. And really feel some strong energy here. This is a direct message. Feel that energy with what you're looking at and it succeeds. Feel the effect that has on your heart. Feel the joy of that. That is the source love light energy of which you are. Going, yes, that's what I want to do. Yes, that's what I want to create. Let's do this. Feel that. Then compare it to not doing that and feeling and understanding this one, yes, I want to do this. It feels light. It feels exciting. It feels fun. Let's go do this. Then compare it to the part of you that's like, I don't know if I want to do this because I'm upset so-and-so, or I'm scared because it's going to bust my routine. It's going to change things up. That's a fear. And feel the constriction of that. Feel the block of that. Feel the heaviness of that. One is light, flow, free, water flowing. The other one's tight, constricting, heavy. And that's your answer. When you make this decision, hard place or rock, that's your answer. You know your answer. You want to go with the new, the flow. It's calling you. Go for it. I promise you. It always works out. Higher self always works out. You got this. You're all a match to this. Even though you're struggling with that decision. Some of you here for affirmation. Yes, yes, yes. Those you're struggling with decision. Yes, yes, yes. Go for the new. Reflect. All right, guys. I love you very much. Thank you for being with me. And until next time, much love and much light.